I want you to get ready to embark on a transformative journey where there's no more suffering in silence, no more conforming to outdated societal norms. This is the podcast where we dare to crush those societal expectations and embrace the realities of pregnancy and parenthood with one honest conversation at a time. It's time for us to rise above the shadows and ignite a movement towards a happier, more fulfilled world for every parent and child. If that's you and you're ready to challenge the status quo and embark on this incredible journey with me, then I'd like to welcome you to the Birth Junkie Podcast. Hello and welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about why doulas are so expensive. So I've heard this statement so many times, and I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't on the other side of this statement. So when I first thought about doulas, getting a doula, I saw that they were anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. And in some other areas, they're even more expensive than that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a huge expense. How am I going to ever afford this? And so, once I started to dig into it when I was preparing for my VBAC, my vaginal birth after 3 cesareans, I saw everything said, get a doula, get a doula. This is how you'll be successful or will help you be more successful. So I was like, I have to get a doula no matter how much it is. And I believe her price was $1,200 at the time. She has since raised it. It was $1,200? Yeah, I think it was $1,200. And at the time we had just moved into a new house and our rent was 3 times what we were used to paying. So it was tight. It was really tight and it was hard at the moment, but I was like, I have to do this. Like, I need one. I felt like I needed one. Once I broke it down, I was like, okay, this is worth it. And I want to tell you, like, it is worth it. Like, they are worth doulas. And I'm not just saying this as a doula, but I'm saying this as a person who received care from a doula, who also thought that it was so expensive to hire a doula. It's not. It's really not. You get way more than what you pay for, okay? And I would actually love to give you like a breakdown of what the cost looks like. Okay, so if you hire me, so my current rate is $1,500. And if you're just like, whoa, $1,500? What the hell? I get it. I get it. It's like a sticker shock. You see that initial price and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't afford this right now. I get it. I totally get it. And I'm also going to share with you some options for payment, like how you can pay it if you don't just have $1,500 laying around. So what you're actually getting with your $1,500 when you hire me. So this is what you're getting. Before we even decide to work with each other, I devote 30 minutes to an hour for free of actually having a consultation with you to see if our paths even align, to see if our values and our beliefs align, to see if we even want to work with each other. Okay, so you get that free 30 minutes to an hour of just chatting. We just chat about everything, whether it be what I offer or how I could individualize a plan for you. Okay, so after that, we decide to work together, okay? This is what you get. You get my online birth education course, which is a pre-recorded birth education course that you can take on your own time, take at your own pace. It is 11 modules and it goes from pregnancy to postpartum. And everything we talk about in this course helps you prepare mentally and physically, whether it's a hospital birth or a home birth or a birth center birth. And so besides that course, you also get a birth planning session with me. So this could take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. I don't have a hard stop on the time frame. We just talk about everything that you expect to happen, what interventions you're willing to accept or not accept, and how you want me to support you during your labor. So we do this birth planning session together. And then we also do a postpartum planning session. And this can also take about 1 to 2 hours. It just depends on your needs. So we will talk about how you are going to plan for your postpartum. So what that looks like. Are you going to make freezer meals? Are you going to have somebody else make freezer meals for you? Are you going to have a support system? Are you going to have somebody stay with you? Are you going to have somebody walk your dog? Are you going to have somebody do your laundry? So that's what we're going to talk about. Your breastfeeding, how you want somebody to support you on your journey. I will also have this session with not just you, but also your partner, because you both have to be on the same page. Huge lifetime event that you guys are going through. Even if this is your 6th child, it could be different than every single child you've already had. So I like to talk with you and your partner so that we can discuss things that you guys might not have discussed yet and might have felt even uncomfortable for you guys to discuss. And here I come to help initiate that conversation, even things that you might not even thought about yet. So those are a couple things that you get right off the bat. And then you also get weekly check-ins. So I check in with you weekly and we talk about how you're doing. And then you get those weekly check-ins with me just to chat about whatever. You can text me pictures, you can anything. Everything is personalized to you. So I don't offer the same package for everybody. Yes, the price is the same, but the package looks different for everybody because what you want, somebody else might not want that. So everything is individualized. I offer personalized care to you and your family. Okay, so we get those weekly check-ins. We talk about your fears. We go over your concerns, anything that you want that goes along with your pregnancy, your birth, and postpartum. And then once we get to about 37 weeks, I'm on call 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until you give birth. And that could be at 42 weeks. So essentially I'm on call for your birth for 5 weeks, a potential of 5 weeks. Okay. So after that, once you go into labor and you tell me, even if it's like prodromal labor, which could be labor that happens days or even weeks before you have your baby. Like if you call me or text me and like, I need your support, I go to you. Okay. So there's not like time where I'm going to be like, no, I don't think I'm going to go because I don't think you're in active labor. You don't need me. No. Once you tell me you want me or need me because you're in labor, even if it's like you don't realize it's prodromal labor, you think it's, active labor or real labor starting, I will go. I'm on call for you. So after that, once you are in established active labor, I'm with you. So even if you are like in labor for 48 hours, I'm with you the entire time. I will not abandon you throughout that time. Okay. So if you think about it, let's say your labor is 48 hours. I'm going to do my math on my phone. Okay. Say your labor is 48 hours. Okay. And I want, let's say $20 an hour. That's like a typical going rate. Okay. So if I'm wanting to get paid $20 an hour and I'm at your labor for 48 hours, what does that look like? That's right there. That's $960. Okay. So right there, that's almost $1,000 if you have a 48-hour labor. That doesn't even include like our prenatal visits, which can be, 1 to 2 hours each. And I'm just saying on the low end, if I wanted to get paid $20 an hour, just because that's like a good, easy rate to calculate. But that doesn't include so once you do give birth, I am there for 1 to 2 hours afterwards to help you establish breastfeeding if you want my help with that. I'm not a lactation consultant, but I do know how to initiate breastfeeding and what helps. So I'm there for you for those 1 to 2 hours postpartum. If you wanted me to stay longer, I even would. There's no ever hard stop on the hours that I'm there with you. It's just how much support you want or need from me. So after that, after you give birth and I leave, and during that time when I'm there, I help clean up. I help get you your first postpartum meal, because a lot of people forget about that. And we also chat about that before, like, what do you want to eat right after you give birth? And during birth. So it's just all those little things, that you might not have thought about, but are really key and important to helping you heal postpartum. So after you give birth and then you are home, Now, depending on whether you wanted placenta encapsulation, I would also take your placenta with me from the hospital or your birth location, wherever that might be. And then I would go home and start working on that. So after that, if you did give me your placenta to process, I would have it back to you within like 48 to 72 hours. And then I would actually go to your house to drop it off. And then we could sit and talk and debrief. So with every birth that I attend, whether you have placenta encapsulation or not, I go to your home. I try to go within a week of you being home because I want to really debrief about your birth experience. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what you liked and maybe what you didn't like. And if something felt traumatic or disturbing, we'll talk about it and we'll work through it. And I also have resources that I give you to help work through that birth experience. So whether it was positive or negative, either way. And then, so I'm with you in that postpartum visit for 1 to 2 hours. And then I also offer a second postpartum visit where I will go and say, if you want to, I don't know, take a shower, or you want to just take a nap, and I will take care of your baby while you're doing that. Or I will take care of cleaning up your house while you're just cuddling with your baby and enjoying that time. So other things that are included. So that's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a list of everything that's included when you hire me. So when you hire me, you have access to birth education course. You have access to my lending library, which I have about 12 birth specific and postpartum specific books, breastfeeding as well. And then you get 2 to 4 prenatal visits with me, which can be 1 to 2 hours long. You also get a birth planning session, postpartum planning session, and then I'm on call for your birth for 24/7 for up to 5 weeks. And then after that, you get 24/7 support from me until you get support from me from the start of your labor, if you want me there, till the end and into your postpartum. I help you with breastfeeding, and then you have those 1 to 2 postpartum visits from me. Okay, so a lot of it is also drive time, depending on where you live. I could be driving 30 minutes to 2 hours. It just depends on where you live. So I'm not even including that in the total. That could be gas money, wear and tear on my car. So all of those are expenses that go into what I do, because it's not like you can just come to my home and give birth and do all the things here. I mean, to a certain extent you can, because you can opt for virtual visits. But, that's a whole different thing. We would talk about that. Like I said, every plan is tailored to you. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to go over that and talk about like how much I hear that a doula is so expensive and why are they so expensive? Well, if you want a birth experience to happen a certain way, sometimes it really helps to have a person who is specialized in birth. So you are paying for the knowledge we bring. You are paying for the physical and emotional support that we give. So to me, in my perspective, it is worth it. I would pay $5,000, honestly. And I get it. Not everybody's financially privileged. I'm not. I'm still working my way to being financially free, So I get it. I had to borrow money from family. I borrowed money from family to pay for my doula services because I didn't have $1,000, $1,200 to just be like, here you go, take my money. So there are some options. One company I love that helps with paying for your support, whether it's birth doula support, postpartum support, or lactation support, anything that has to do with that, cleaning services, food services. Be Her Village. I talk about them so much because I think they're so incredibly important to help support moms in this season. So Be Her Village, I'll leave a link below, but it's possible. It's like so if you don't know what it is, Be Her Village is a gift registry, but for support. Okay. So it's for support services to help support moms and families on this journey. And what it is you have a link and you can share it, and then people can actually donate to your registry fund to help support your services, to pay for your services. I feel like doulas are so important and can help so much. So anyways, that's it for this episode. I hope it was helpful or gave you a new insight. If you have any questions or want to chat deeper into this, please let me know. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram at birthingcometrue. I will leave the link below. Next time. Oh my gosh, I feel so honored that you took the time out of your busy day to listen to that episode. I really hope that you liked it or something resonated with you or you learned something new today. Make sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And if you'd like to connect with me, go ahead and go to the show notes and click the link. I'd love for you to rate and review this show. That helps more people see this show when they're searching. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you next week.